Welcome to the Kicking It Forward podcast with our special servant leader series. And I'm really excited to be interviewing the one and only Kymora Johnson from the University of Virginia. What you might not know about Kymora is she's got a bunch of siblings. And so she's been doing servant leadership for a long time, even by just being a big sister. So Kymora, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm living the dream. Thank you for being a servant leader, and we're excited to have you with this servant leadership class. You mentioned it before we started, so I'm just going to bring it back up. You said something about pumpkin chocolate banana, something. Is
Yeah,
that, did I hear that right?
yes. Pumpkin chocolate banana bread. Pretty good.
Mm.
Pretty good at making it. But yeah, I like to cook, like to bake.
All
So,
right. All
yeah.
right. Okay. I'm just saying, we sometimes the fun comes through Virginia. Just saying. Not going to put you on the spot, but if you got some lying around, look out for your boy.
I got you.
But being a servant leader is an honor. It's one of the highest honors that a student athlete can have. And I want to ask you, Kymora, what does servant leadership mean to you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm very honored to receive that award. It's very, very, very prestigious award, and I'm very blessed to have that. And wear the patch on my jersey this year. But most of all, I think honestly, it's just leading from a place of love. It's a responsibility. Um, I think it's about elevating the people around you. And in basketball, I think that it shows up on the court, how you communicate, how you lead your team. So for me, it's more holding my teammates accountable, um, helping them gain and grow their confidence when they're struggling, and celebrating their little successes, my own, my teammates, our teams, and yeah, and going and doing the work when no one's watching.
That's awesome. Now, coming from a big family, was servant leadership something that just thrusted upon you like you were supposed to do it, or was there something else or somebody else that shaped your view of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of growing up with that many siblings. I have seven siblings. I think growing up with that many people, it's just like you kind of become a leader in your own. And but I also think my mom is a perfect example of a servant leader, and I give a lot of credit to her as well. But then also just being an athlete, I think most of the time on the teams that I was on, I was probably like one of the better ones, and sometimes even not. Like a lot of like McDonald's All American, that sort of thing. Like a lot of the things where there's a lot of talent, you have to stick out in some way. And so I think that the thing for me that I chose to stick out and really utilize and take advantage of in my game is my leadership. And so I think that, yeah, that's kind of how I think about it.
And so you are your position, you're a point guard.
Yes, sir.
So as a point guard, you kind of that's kind of built into the position
Right.
of
Right.
having to be a leader.
Yeah.
Would you say that the type of leader you are you more, hey, get in your spot, do this, and if they miss their mark, you let them know right then and there? Do you kind of pull people to the side? What's your leadership style?
Yeah, I think mine's a little bit different. I think I try to do a little bit of both. I think because everyone's different, not everyone is coached the same way, not everyone takes criticism the same way. So I think on my team specifically, I do a little bit of both. Some people can take the heat in the moment, some people can't. But when we're all together as one team and we're bringing it in huddles and stuff before water breaks, I try to address everyone and just give it to them straight up, like what it is. Because they can take that in a team setting, but I feel like more one-on-one, I have to kind of be more deliberate about what I say.
How do you receive feedback and criticism from your coaches or other players? Like, how do you receive it the best?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, I like criticism and I like feedback. I think most of the time though, it's hard because I am the leader. People think that they can't speak up to me or give me feedback. Obviously it comes all the time from my coaches, but when it does come from my teammates, it's nice to hear another voice that's not my coaches in my ear telling me, "Hey, do this," you know? So, yeah.
Very cool. And as we kind of transition to the latter part of the interview, I've been asking this for a few of the servant leaders, but I'm very interested because you play the position that I used to play,
Okay.
and it was like the way that you get your team going.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? look and feel like? Are you the I'm waving towels, like I'm banging, like
Yeah.
are you like let's go, let's get hype? Are
Yeah.
you like that? Or are you more like in the corner, like, all right, y'all know what we got to do, let's go do it? Like, how are you?
Yeah. Again, I think a little bit of both. I think there's a time and place for both, but I definitely enjoy the loud, let's get it mentality. But I think I do kind of sit back when it's like, all right, we're hearing our coaches a lot, and we're making the same mistake over and over again. Okay, we know what we need to do. Let's just do it, you know? So yeah.
And that feeling that you get, the adrenaline, the satisfaction of a great shot, great pass, or something of that nature on the court. As a servant leader off the court, what are some of those things that you've done, whether it be community service or different things that have given you that satisfaction off the court?
Yeah. I've done a lot of community service. But I think most of all the feelings of like joy, being able to help other people, seeing them smile, seeing their confidence grow. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just being able to be that for someone else. I know I've had plenty of those people in my life, and I think that just being able to be that for other people is just a blessing and it's great. So
Amazing. I love it. So, as we're winding down, I want to just ask a few fun questions before we get out of here. Is that cool?
yeah, totally.
All right. So, the first question that I have to ask, and this is kind of a selfish question because I'm curious, your five favorite players to watch play, like not who the GOAT is and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but your
Yeah.
five favorite players to watch.
Right now, I'd say I really enjoy Kayla McBride from the Lynx, Asia Wilson, obviously, um, Jackie Young. I'm an Aces fan, by the way.
I can tell a little bit.
But who else do I like to watch? Um, I like to watch Paige, and Enrique. Yeah, I say those are probably my top five right now.
Very cool. Is there anybody that, whether it be somebody who's playing now or somebody that played a while ago, that you kind of look at and you see a lot of your game in them?
Yeah, I think definitely Kayla McBride. And that's kind of why I said her first. But I definitely think that like dog, she has a dog in her, and she can score it in all three levels. So I kind of think my game kind of looks like hers, resembles hers a little bit. But mentality piece, definitely Kobe. I think like just having that mentality that he had, is just something that I strive to do. So
Good stuff. Now, when we go to this question, this is always a super deep question. So I want to tee it up like this. If you're going to do great things, like moving on from UVA and in your life in general, if you had the opportunity to sit down with five people from history or that are currently alive now, and those five people could help you become successful, who would those five people that you would sit down with be?
wow, that's a good question. I think the first person probably be Martin Luther King Jr. I'll say probably Kobe. It's two. I'm trying to think. So I also want to have a little fun at the table. So probably like Rod Wave, just because I like his music. Um, let's see. Probably Serena Williams
That's a good one.
and then Don Staley.
Very cool. I love it. Well, Kimora, I appreciate your time. And again, we appreciate you being a servant leader and embodying all the characters and values that the Servant Leader Award embodies. And great luck on the season and continue striving to be great.
Thank you so much.
And for those of you watching the Kicking It Forward podcast, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure that you listen to all of our servant leader interviews and our survivor stories as well. I'm Odell Bazell. We'll see you on the next one.